Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Wise and I am a film photographer based in the DMV area. This video is sponsored by Dehancer. If you guys are in the market for a film emulation plugin, Dehancer is the way to go. I have always struggled with color grading, and since using Dehancer, I've been using it for the past month and it has helped me out tremendously. If you guys are interested in purchasing it, I have a promo code WISESHOOTSFILM. Use that at checkout for a 10% discount. So much has happened since I last uploaded. My wife and I welcomed a new baby boy to our family. So your boy is officially a boy dad. So the past 6 months, that's just been my main focus, and I've just been loving every minute of it. In this video, I'll be taking you guys behind the scenes of my latest photo shoot. I decided to face my fears again and shoot film in studio. I was trying a technique that I've been testing out using double exposures. If you guys are familiar with the MamiyaRB67, then you know that the MamiyaRB67 shoot double exposures, but this was a different technique where for the first exposure, I took the photo, and for the second exposure, I flipped the camera around. I'll explain that in a bit, but let me show you the tools that I used to make this possible. The inspiration for this photo shoot was I wanted to take a photo that resembled a playing card, like the King of Hearts or the King of Spades. And in order to do that, I had to figure out a way to take a double exposure and only expose one half of the frame. I did some research and found out that you could achieve this look by using something that's called a splitzer. Basically, a splitzer is a threaded filter with half of it blocked out. I couldn't find one on the market, so I ended up finding a filter that I had laying around and used gaff tape to black it out. So there it is right here. Also, a key piece of equipment that I needed for this photo shoot were double exposure masks. I got this set from Frankenstacks, and basically you put these in your viewfinder of your MamiyaRB67 or RZ67, and these assisted me in composing my shots, especially when I flipped the camera upside down. This helped me make sure that my image was lined up. So I'm going to show you my technique that I used to shoot these double exposure images. First, I had a prism finder. I wasn't using the waist level viewfinder because it'd be hard to look in the camera upside down using the waist level viewfinder. So I had a prism finder. For the first exposure, I lined up the splitzer to show half of the frame, and I would take the photo. Then for the second exposure, I flipped the camera and I rotated the splitzer to cover up the other half of the frame. Oops, there you go, right there, other half of the frame. Then I would take the second exposure, and that's how I got that double exposure. So I did a test shoot of my wife several months ago in our backyard just to see if this technique would actually work, and surprisingly it did, and that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this in studio. All right, that's enough talking. Let's get to the shoot. All right, let me have you do that quarter turn. So actually, let's have you turn this way. Right there, look at the camera. There you go. All right, 1, 2, and 3, perfect. This is so tedious, man. All right. All right. 1, 2, and 3, perfect. Let me get over here. 1, 2, and 3, perfect. This was so much work, very tedious and time consuming. Shooting film is already a slow process, but shooting these double exposures using this technique just added to that slow process. I ended up shooting 2 rolls of Portrait 800, and out of all of the double exposure images that I took, only 2 of them I was happy with. And that was kind of expected. This was a technique that I tried out once before, and I know over time, I'll perfect this technique and probably get a lot better images. The rest of these images are just regular portraits from the shoot. So let's jump back in. Yeah, actually, exactly how you have your feet right there and one leg is just down. Just do that. Let's bring this leg just a little bit this way. There you go, cool. And let's turn this way. Let's turn this way. Yep, right there. Turn a little bit more that way. There you go. Nice. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. 1, 2, and perfect. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Let me have you like kind of like sit like this, like facing this way. Well, actually, let me get the back. I ain't see the back of it. That's actually nice. So if you just like that, perfect, and just looking over here. There you go. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All right, 1, 2, and 3. All right, cool. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. All right. Let me see you look at the. There you go. Look over here. Okay, that's better. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. That was the last shot. One thing I'll say is that these images came out a lot darker than I expected. For those of you who shoot film in studio, if you guys could give me some pointers on how to get a proper exposure in the studio, that'd be greatly appreciated. I use the light meter. I also use the digital camera to dial in my exposure and transfer those settings to my film camera. But I do think I know what the issue was. The continuous lighting that I was using did not have the output needed for a proper exposure. So I think for next time I'll use some strobes, so that way I'll have the right amount of output. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know which one of these images out the set is your favorite. If this is a technique that you are wanting to try, please tag me on Instagram at @WiseShootsFilm. I would love to see the images that you guys create. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, peace.